What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to hopefully get this polo back together. So we've got the remainder of the parts. We got them from V-Dub, ASV, a couple of wreckers, bits and pieces here and there that we needed. So we're going to start taking off the old parts that are damaged, the rest of them anyway, and we'll start putting it back together. And also, if you can see here, the bonnet, that's all fixed. So we had to get it sprayed along with the front bumper, which is just here to my right. So these parts I've got resprayed. With the guys that have respray our cars, they've been quite busy lately, so we just had to kind of get them in and get them done, and that's why we didn't film anything. And this one, we didn't want it to be damaged, so we put it on the car off camera. It's the best way to store them, to put them back on the car so they don't get damaged. And the paint looks quite good and it matches really well, which usually you're supposed to obviously blend it in, but we thought we'd risk it and not blend anything, and it's actually come up pretty well. It matches really well. Same with the front bar, that matches really nicely as well. And yeah, our painter, one of Dad's really good friends, he painted it for us and he's done a really good job. So yeah, so the bonnet's on and we're going to start putting this front bar back together. We're going to take all the old stuff out of the old front bar and get this one back together and get it on the car. We need to fit the headlights, this shock absorber that I spoke about, that'll need to go. We've got a new one over there on the table, and yeah, so let's get to it. All right, so we're going to start ripping this front bar apart. We're going to take off all these grills, fog lights, and transfer everything over into the new bar, and then hopefully fit it to the car. Let's do it. These are in with a couple of clips here. They just clip into that front bar there, so they're quite easy to take out. Just got to be careful with them that you don't break some of these tabs. And there you go, there's one tab broken there, but that should be okay. There's only one tab broken on this whole front bar, so sorry, on this grill, so that'll go in nicely. Bit dirty, but we'll clean that up and we'll pop it back on the other bar. And there we go, there's the other one off. So, yep, like I said, all tabs there, and they just push into the new bar. A couple of tabs there as well on the sides. You just got to be careful with them, work them out slowly, because they are quite fragile. They're just really soft plastic, so they can break pretty easily. So you just got to be nice and easy with them, and they'll come out. All right, now we're going to grab a couple of T25s, they look like, T25 Torx bits, and get these fog lights out. And that's pretty much it for this front bar, and then we'll pop it all in the other one. Oh, there you go, that just fell out. So yeah, it was just two Torx bits, one there, and that popped out, and that's ready to go. Actually, it looks like there's something here. Oh, yep. There you go, so that was just clipped in with one clip, and a little retainer clip there that holds it in. So that'll go in the new bar as well. Get the other fog light out. that's that one disassembled. That goes in the bin. Actually, before I forget, we need that. There we go. Now it's done. Now we can throw that in the bin. All right, let's get to the other front bar and we'll start assembly. We'll start with these two little bits. So they need a little bit of force to go in. Again, this is an aftermarket bar, and this is exactly why I don't buy aftermarket bars, but unfortunately with this one we had no choice. So yeah, that's sometimes things go in a little bit harder than others. Right. So now we get to the fog lights. We've got to make sure we've got the right side. No, wrong side, this side. They go in there, and they'll get held in by those 225s. Alright, fog lights in. Now, this middle one has to go in first because that sits underneath the two outer ones. So this middle grill piece will go in first, and we'll line him up. There we go, and that's the front bar assembled. That's ready to go back on the vehicle. So we'll get that, we've got to put the headlights in first and change that shock absorber, and then we'll pop this guy on, and that's the car complete. So we'll do all that next. All right, next to go on is this shock absorber. So we'll pull the old one off. Which is just clipped on with a couple of clips on the top and the bottom. Throw him aside. We'll make sure we got this one on the right way. No, we don't. We'll go back the other way. Okay. Oh. And that's all clipped on. That's the new one on. All right, we'll get the headlights in. Another thing we did off camera was pop these new tabs in. So those tabs go in with some T20 screws, and there's a spot for them. So they'll go in 1, 2, 3, 4 screws, and that's our new tabs now. And that'll hook up to the vehicle really nice and easy. Where's the connector? There it is. I'll hook them up first. They might be the wrong bolts. Let's double check our bolts. They definitely are the right ones, they're just not going in properly. Oops, wrong side, this side. Let's try them on our other tabs. These are the broken tabs that we had, so we'll pop them in there and just test them out, make sure they're right by hand. Yes, they are right, they're just going in a little bit tough. Okay. There we go. Now we're right. Beautiful, that's sitting there nicely, and that's sitting there nicely. Right, that's one headlight in, we'll get the other side in. Right, that's the other one in. Now this side we've got a bit of an issue. This guard, I don't know if you can see that on camera, there's a little bit of a bow here, so it looks like it's bowed out. And we're going to need a new guard. We could probably fix that, but for the price of a new guard, it's more mucking around trying to get the right shape of it. So as you can see, it's come away from the headlight there, so it's not sitting right. So we're just going to buy a new guard. If we have to spray it, spray it. Hopefully we can find one the same colour. But yeah, we'll get a new guard once we finish all this. We'll get a new guard, wait for that to show up, and then we'll replace that, and that should be done. That should fit nicely. For now, it doesn't, as you can see that gap there. Okay, so we're up to the front bar, and we're going to pop it on now. I'm going to get Dad to help me. That's why we've got the camera on the stand. So yeah, let's get to that and get it done. That should be pretty much finished. And also we've got to pop the grill on, so we'll do that next. Let's go. Right now we're connecting the fog light and the daytime running light, because this has daytime running lights, pretty sure. So yeah, there's two connectors there, two on this side, two on the other side, and then that should be done. Just waiting for Jimmy to finish his side. Slowly. All right, that's looking better. We'll get this grill in and then yeah, we'll show you around and show you how it looks, all up, all finished up. All right, so next on is the grill. This is why I say put all your screws where they need to go, because that one's already there ready to go, and so is that one. I would have been looking for these, God knows where they would have been, so I got them ready, they're ready to go. All I've got to do is take them out, pop this in and screw them in, and they're all done. So I've never put one of these together before, so even I'm learning, but we probably should have put this grill on the front bar before we put it all on together, because I'm having trouble getting these bottom clips into the front bar. Now it would have been a lot easier if I'd done it before I'd put it on. Done. Alright guys, so that concludes the Polo. Well, actually it doesn't. We've got to pop a couple of bolts in the side of this bar here. There's some T20s, T25s that are going to go in along here, which we'll need to secure it. However, we're going to need to take that guard off on the other side, so we're going to leave that for now. But we're not going to pop that in the video because I'm going to have to do that later. We're going to need to change this guard here on this side. So once we change that guard, then I can button up all those screws. But all in all, it's all back together now. As you can see, I'll pop that bonnet down. There we go, all together. It's a nice simple job. Well, for the most part it was anyway, apart from that guard, which is quite disappointing because if that guard wasn't bad, we'd be finished by now. But it's yeah, it's a nice clean looking little car, and it was done quite quickly. 3 days, pretty much 3 days of recording, and it's all done, and 3 days of putting it back, taking it apart, putting it back together. That's how long it took us. Sorry for the delay in getting the next video out. I've been quite busy at work during my daytime job. It is very busy at the moment, so coming up to Christmas, it's only going to get busier. And unfortunately, I don't do this full time, so this is a little side thing that I do. And I just didn't get the time to do the video, so it's taken me a little while, but we got it out. Never. All right, so that concludes the Polo build. Well, not quite, but we'll get it. We'll finish that off. Off camera, obviously. The inspection's been booked for February. Oh, I can't remember the exact date. It's been for some time in February. Now, if you want to see that, or the process that goes into the inspection, comment down below and let me know if you want to see that that process. It is quite a long process, usually 3-4 months out from when you book it, so that's why it's in February. We're in what, November now, or end of November, so yeah, the first available date was in I think mid-February somewhere, so we'll get that done, and yeah, that'll be on the road. Now stay tuned guys towards the or actually at the end of this video we're going to do a price reveal. I'll have to do that at home because all my prices, all the list is at home, so I'll do that once I get home. But yeah, thanks for tuning in for this series, and if you want to see more builds like this, let me know, either on Facebook or Instagram, or even here on YouTube in the comments below. If you want to see some more builds, there's some pretty exciting stuff coming up next year, and this year I think we might be going to boats. Actually, I've got one of my boats that I rebuilt, my current boat that I have now. That one I rebuilt probably about a year ago. and I'll have to do some finishing touches to that, so I'll probably do a video on that. And then early next year, early after the inspection actually of this one, there's something pretty special coming up. So if you want to see that, please subscribe and hit that bell notification to not miss out on any videos, and also hit the thumbs up if you like this series or if you like this video as well. And yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks guys.